special in store for them today.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. But you look at this defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mahomes going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Shakir hauls it in. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Frazier to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing left side, it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
And as you prepare for this team, you have to understand that no matter where they are on the field, this is an offense that will take its shots. And true to form, they do exactly that and break off a big chunk of yardage and help their field position.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
A run up the middle with Irving.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Now Frazier. That is incomplete. When you look at this defense,
and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it in for the touchdown.
Bucky Irving.
His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Sentinels are on the board first here this afternoon.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 7-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Now a 2nd and 2. Now Mahomes. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. Finding space at the 40. Fights through him. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jameson Williams.
44 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Sentinels offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already for just the first quarter of play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll try and run here with Irving.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
These two teams all tied after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
Escapes the defender. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
A good chunk of those yards came after contact, and that's an area where he's really starting to excel as a running back.
It felt like he was doing a drill that running backs have to perform all the time, especially in pads, called a gauntlet drill. 2 guys, people, these 2 rows, you have to go right through the middle of them and make sure you take care of the football and knock people aside. He's performing the drill on that run.
On the give, this is Harris.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Mahomes is going to run the option left. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw here.
He'll drop that down to Hubbard.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
And it's caught. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. A 10-play drive that time. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The visitors' offense and their running back, Bucky Irving, getting ready to go back to work. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Once again, it's Irving.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Running the toss to Irving. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Frazier.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Throwing is Frazier. That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Sentinels are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
Now back to throw.
Quick slant to Shakir.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Mahomes again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Mahomes going to throw. And it's caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half.
Hubbard. Touchdown.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. One final go for this offense here in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The final shot before break. Frazier. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, where it was the visiting Bears who come in and get the victory on the road. Caleb Williams, sharp in the victory, as his guys double up their record to 8-4 on the year. From there, we head north to Minnesota, check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. J.J. McCarthy, sharp in the victory, as his guys double up their record to 8-4 on the year. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting San Francisco 49ers. 28-21, the final score. We were treated to an excellent first half from the gunslinger, Patrick Mahomes. He fired his guys into the lead with two.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Hard throw, incomplete. On now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line.
The home team's offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And touchdown!
Khalil Shakir.
64 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Boston's offense ready to go again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
An injury stoppage here, and that's Marquise Brown, who appears to be shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. To throw is Frazier. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
In motion left goes Jones.
Here's Frazier.
Caught by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Straight ahead, it's Irving.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Now 2nd and 9.
Now they try the right side here. And he works free. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Irving.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Frazier to throw.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Frazier.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Frazier. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Byron Young,
he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
He was brought down at his 49-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Mahomes now to throw. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. All told, they get 13 yards on that play.
That's another.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid. A 14-yard touchdown. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Boston's offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And that is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Now Mahomes.
This taken in by Kincaid.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Complete to Dalton Kincaid.
Now they fake the jet sweep there and a run instead with Harris.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. 2nd and 7.
To throw, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing now is Mahomes. This is caught. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Khalil Shakir
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Austin's offense ready to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now Frazier.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got this down to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Brown.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
At the 26-yard line.
Frazier. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing is Frazier. And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Up the middle they go. Gibbons. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll send Brown in motion right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Frazier. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Sentinels get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They work now on 2nd and 9. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
Austin's offense ready to go again. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing to start the drive.
Frazier on the slant. He'll get it to Jones.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Frazier. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Frazier. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it breaks.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
7-yard line. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's a win for the home side, and no surprise, it was Patrick Mahomes who really led the charge.
Yeah, we really saw a quarterback at the top of his game, didn't we? That was a masterful performance. 5 touchdown passes, and I'll let you know a little secret, partner. I think it could have been more.
So for the home team here, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Austin, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.